a narcissist. I don't think that she's very talented.
She's nasty. She's ugly. Nobody likes her. She looks like
nobody likes her.
She looks like a teenage boy. Like dudes don't like her.
No.
Like if you put her in front of like, she's ugly.
That's true. Yeah. Does Taylor Swift have any eggs left?
I don't think she probably. I don't know if she had it to start with.
No, you mean like bitter, angry women, and that's like, Taylor Swift.
Like who's angry and bitter? Hi, my name is Suri Crowe. I'm a woman, a journalist, and I guess you could call me an unapologetic Swiftie. And I'm going to explain to you what is at the root of this Taylor Swift hate coming from the far right. The MAGA meltdown over Taylor Swift's second turn as Time's cover person of the year continues. The MAGA mentality, which is led by predominantly angry white men who think they belong at the top of the world in every circumstance, cannot stand any woman who is intelligent, talented, critically thinking, independent, never mind a woman like Taylor Swift, who has a savant business mind, is a pop and cultural icon, dominates the world stage, and has self-worth whether she's with or without a man. Taylor Swift represents the far right's kryptonite.
There's no redemption. She's a bad role model. She's not a good person. She's a bad icon. Let's also remind you, her politics are cancerous. Her politics are poison.
She doesn't do the stuff that a political true believer would really do.
Did something. She got 4 million girls registered in like 24 hours. You see that? She broke the website.
That's the thing. It's so easy for her to do that.
This white hot rage is about more than just taking away women's rights at the ballot box. That is a means to an end. The end game, so to speak, is about removing women's power and independence, period. Which is why the right is literally acting out the lyrics to The Man, one of my favorite songs, by devaluing a woman's accomplishments, as if she couldn't do this on her own.
Like
Taylor Swift,
like librarian, like your worst teacher you had, feminism. That's Taylor Swift feminism.
What is virtuous about her for young women to glean? Like date as many men as possible, complain all the time, ruin men's lives.
She hasn't started a family. She's in her mid-30s.
You have no kids. Like it's a terrible role model. 3 up. If young women start dressing sluttier because of Taylor Swift, which makes their life miserable. Like when women dress like this,
I don't know if
100%. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's a cult. That's what it is. There's no men that really enjoy Taylor Swift.
No man is enjoying Taylor. Then what is her purpose on this world? When I first listened to this clip, I have to be honest with you, I literally choked. Even though I am keenly aware of the Republicans' war against women, which has been ongoing for decades, long before Donald Trump showed up on the scene, it still took my breath away to hear men disparaging another woman like that. Like, it still makes me sick to my stomach. But am I shocked? No, of course not. Republicans have made it part of their agenda and mission statement to remove women's rights and to keep us all as manservants and incubators. And outside of that, they really have no use for us. Again, we need only look further than the attack on women's rights from Republicans refusing to vote for equal pay for women, to rescinding the Violence Against Women's Act, which they did under Trump, which President Biden thankfully reinstated, to the Republicans' key objective to remove women's rights to our own bodies. We are, in fact, living in a real-life Handmaid's Tale. No joke. The horror show in Texas, where totally corrupt Attorney General Ken Paxton went to war against a pregnant Kate Cox, who doctors diagnosed as carrying a non-viable fetus that could harm her health if she carried to term. But Paxton and the Supreme Court of Texas, decided that Cox could not have abortion health care. By the way, that exceptions loop in the Texas law is intended to fail. That is what Republicans' agenda is with these, quote, exceptions. They don't really mean for any woman to have access to abortion health care. And then there's Brittany Watts, who had a miscarriage at 22 weeks in her own home. And now Ohio prosecutors have charged her with felony abuse of a corpse because she had a stillborn. I mean, this is misogyny in action. And we have to talk about the terrible position that women are in America in the year 2023. Here's Mika Brzezinski.
Today is Monday, December 11th, and believe it or not, it is 2023, not 1923. The man is so desperate to mimic Trump that he behaves in a cruel, brutal fashion and won't back down until a ill woman is physically and emotionally destroyed. That woman, Kate Cox, and her health is in danger because of Ken Paxton, who is using laws against abortion, thank you, Donald Trump, Leonard Leo, and many others, to make sure her suffering is the most it can be. We gotta wake up. We need to wake the hell up. This country has lost so much already. Women have lost so much. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, a man or a woman, please look at the face of this moment in time. Kate Cox could be your daughter, your sister, your wife, you.
We cannot pretend that it is not one of the key objectives of the Republican Christo-fascist movement to absolutely destroy women as independent, free-thinking beings. Yeah, that's a hard truth, but it's the truth. The reversal of Roe is not about pro-life. This is solely about controlling women, full stop. It is evil, it is wicked, and despite evangelicals trying to pretend they follow Jesus, or at least some of them, it is 100% against what Jesus preached. Jesus was the original feminist, the OG feminist, the one who stood up for the underdogs. He would never be down with what is happening to women right now. And if you're a woman anywhere in the world, you have likely suffered through or experienced misogyny and discrimination. But unfortunately, misogyny is so baked into our culture, it's often not recognized or called out for exactly what it is. But don't kid yourself. The far-right rage at Hillary, Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, hatred stoked so deeply in that case that a MAGA mob member tried to murder her husband, is and has always been about oppressing women, and especially women in power. Like, that's just not something that the far right is down with. You got to stay in your place. And if you're a woman of color in a position of power, double that hate. Just look at the way that the right is vilifying the black women who are prosecuting Donald Trump. Before Taylor Swift broke her silence about politics around the Reputation tour era, the right wing actually loved her. White, Aryan-looking, from the South, and a Christian? That is the Republican bingo card. But when Taylor spoke out about women's rights and endorsed Joe Biden over Donald Trump, the MAGA rage machine fanned by Misogyny Central over at Fox News went into overdrive.
His family, everybody said that she was so lovely.
Lovely. Until, I'm sorry, if I heard that and my son was dating a girl who has a mouth like a Teamster, that's it. Either way, this couple is already more annoying.
How dare she get out of line with the patriarchy? Women have actually never had true equality in America. We did make progress, but that has now been ripped away with the reversal of Roe. And the right wing elected a man who openly bragged about sexually assaulting women with his infamous and disgusting grab her by the you-know-what remark. The same man who openly fantasizes about his own daughter. I mean, cringe doesn't begin to cover that. It's just disgusting. So we know Republicans are not for women's empowerment and independence. And Taylor Swift gets this better than anyone. And that is why her music resonates so deeply with millions of girls and women of all ages around the world. She is all about self-agency and choice. Girl power is woven through her music. She's honest and unapologetic about being independently herself. So Charlie and his mad MAGA basement boys, you need to calm down. You're being too loud. As for the rest of Taylor Nation, I hope that all the Swifties and some new fans help us take out the fascist trash in 2024. Women's lives are literally riding on it. My name is Suri Crowe here on the MeidasTouch Network. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Peace.
Thanks so much for watching. We're only a few subscribers short of 2 million subs. Please subscribe right now to the MeidasTouch YouTube channel for free and help us grow this unapologetically pro-democracy network.